Hello and welcome to the Talking Step.
Alright.
Hello.
Chimney,
Everybody there. Alright.
Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Skims.
Okay, and now that we got that all the way, I'm John.
I'm Matt.
I'm Michael.
I'm Josh.
There's a British character now. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, I love it.
I am psyched, and she's funny, and she plays pranks just like us.
When did we ever play pranks? We didn't even do that on
I play pranks. I play pranks. Well,
You rickrolled me or tried to.
I rickrolled you, and you just... It doesn't matter. All right. It's been another week, and it's the final week, mid-season finale.
I kind of wish that they
Why?
put it one episode a week, because now we're going to have nothing to talk about for the rest of the summer.
Wait,
Yeah.
do we know when it's coming back? Have they said anything about when?
No. Oh, well, there was a tweet debacle. Someone tweeted at the Family Channel, that Twitter account, and said, hey, does this mean that the rest of the season is coming out in September? And then the Family Channel's response was,
Thanks, Family Channel.
very illuminating. But I think that's pretty obvious. It's like, yep, it is. So
Or around the fall.
yeah, maybe in the summer. Why not put it out in the summer? You know, kids when the kids get off from school.
I probably haven't been finished filming yet.
No, they did. They did.
No,
They
because
wrapped
it's
it.
a ratings thing.
They said they wrapped it.
Well, it's a ratings thing. Like, they release it in September because kids will be home and watching.
Yeah.
During the summer, they might be doing stuff that parents
Maybe at
might
camp.
say,
It's true.
get out of the house. So they
Sure.
want to make
Well,
sure they get all the ratings they can.
Family Channel. The next step is the Family Channel's most popular show. So do you think that's why they put them on every night? Could be.
Well, okay, here's a similar situation. Cora, they took their show off the air and started releasing them online.
Guys, I have a huge theory. Okay, you ready for this?
All right.
All right. This harkens back to our intergalactics thing. Okay, but it also
Which we will take to our graves.
yes. Hey, let's start off here. We are the kings of predicting stuff. Okay, by accident mostly.
All right, now we're not. Now everything we predict.
Oh,
is
because
gonna
we
be
jinxed
wrong.
it. You're
Yeah,
saying?
we jinxed it. Yeah.
Well, let's do the count of unrealistic things like James and Roddy being versed off, right?
That's not unrealistic, but it was a stretch.
That just made sense.
But it was dark though. We didn't expect them to go that dark. But at least they didn't have to dance against each other. And then we talked about Roddy's braces randomly. And what are the odds in the next episode?
It's
she
all
has
about her
braces?
braces.
Yeah. And then we did take a shot in the dark and say Margie's a ghost. And whoa!
All of a
Turns out
sudden, she's
not
turning
real.
into pixie dust in front of Chloe's eyes.
I guess there's a bunch of shared theories. There's like she's a ghost. She's
I think
a
she's
spirit.
A spirit.
She's merely in Chloe's head.
She's her guardian angel. The thing is...
No, it can't be in Chloe's head because she talks to Wes quite a few times.
Yeah, she talks to Wes, but if she's just a spirit that just like appears when she needs to be appeared.
The
They're
thing
actually
is-
in a mental asylum, and they all have to. Chloe's their constant. I mean, Margie's their constant.
Yeah, it turns out in the real life, Margie's like their doctor.
Yeah.
The thing is, Margie, she's talked to other people.
Yeah, but that doesn't imply that she's all in Chloe's head, right?
Yeah.
No, it could just
She
a
could just
spirit
be
can talk to
a
anyone.
ghost.
Or maybe she was just imagining her there that night when she was leaving.
No, but she did all that second stuff like, Chloe, you got a big decision to make. In her John Lennon voice, of course.
Yeah.
West, you have to help Chloe make the decision. It's creepy. It's like, I don't like horror movies where like little kids are the thing.
Or that one part where Chloe's dancing in the studio and then the camera moves back to like a wide angle and you just see Margie standing there and like...
Yeah, and then she
staring
later
at her.
says, then Margie appeared. Not Margie walked in.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Before she was just like encouraging, funny, supposed to be like cute.
Just
and
like
then
she's
ominous.
smarter than average child.
Yeah, and then after that is just kind of like grabbing people's faces and then just saying prophecies.
Yeah.
It's just like, don't steal my soul, Margie.
And that wasn't the only supernatural thing this week.
It's like, don't imagine like in the next episode. Well, now the season's over. It's just like, don't go to Sweden, Amanda. Don't go.
That would be amazing. That would be super, like...
Well,
I would love that.
it's a lot like Lost, right? With Walt.
Uh-huh.
You know, just like it seems like a normal kid that everyone sees, right? But then every so often, it's like, don't open it, John.
Yeah, some
Don't
creepy
open
habits.
it.
That's the best kind of
Yeah.
television there is.
But then once again, though, the Walt thing was rarely
Yeah, that
talked about. But
Do you think like her Margie's farewell was like she completed her mission and she's gone forever, or do you think she'll come back?
she'll be back. She'll be back when she's needed.
Right.
Right? That's the point.
Like
But
the
do you
sword of
think
Gryffindor
Do you,
comes
Yeah,
to any next
Margie
step.
is the sword of Gryffindor of the next step. She appears to any worthwhile A trooper. You know?
only the A troop.
All right, here we go. Back to the theory. All right, as we saw, there was a episode with Noah who can't stop winning, as we keep saying, right? Who is suddenly displaying supernatural abilities, right? And it follows. There's a lot of supernatural stuff. All right. I propose to you guys, Noah is an alien, as well as West. But here's the thing: West doesn't know yet if Noah's an alien. That's why he was so surprised when Noah could do all that stuff.
And he wanted to test him.
Yeah, he wants to test Noah's ability because maybe they're from two different species. Maybe they're on two different missions. And this will all be revealed in the 4th season, the next step, Intergalactics.
We got a lot of alien races for this Intergalactics, eh?
Well, obviously. We don't even know what international is going to look like. Imagine how many people and things are going to be at Intergalactics.
Oh, jeez.
You know?
Martians.
Maybe also Margie's an
Some ETs.
alien then.
I think she's an alien.
Anything's up for grabs now. So Intergalactics is not that far of a stretch.
The more like weird sci-fi things that they keep putting in the show, the more crazy our theories are going to get.
You know?
And the greater the show will be.
Yes.
I refer to Noah as Peter Parker.
You think he's Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. How about this? Here's a theory. It goes back to our Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because
didn't we say Next Step was part of the Marvel Cinematic?
Yeah,
Universe?
but you know how they start characters off in TV shows now, like Quake is starting in Marvel.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then she's going to be in the Avengers movies soon.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Where'd you hear that?
Quake in the comic books is an Avenger.
Yeah.
At some point. Anyway, so they're starting Peter Parker off in in a Family Channel show that was previously owned by Disney, which is in collaboration with Marvel, which does the thing. Maybe, but it's just like imagine in Captain America Civil War, it's just like, here's Spider-Man, and it's the guy who plays Noah, and people are like, who's that? And they're like, oh, that's Noah from the Next Step. But I think my alien theory is more like that.
I like it.
So this is what, during the hiatus, I want people to send us their craziest over-the-top fan theories. I want aliens.
Possibly on Skype, if you can work that out.
I want alien theories. I want ghost theories. I want the craziest stuff you can come up with.
Yes,
Theories
crazy.
that may not or may happen.
But let us disclaimer here. We mean crazy theories about the show, not crazy shipping theories. Which brings me to my other topic. This nonsense notion that there is there's some type of meaningful relationship between Shane and Riley.
Okay, no.
It's complete nonsense.
No.
And I feel like you should probably shut down your account. If you should. Well, don't do that.
We'll block you. Didn't we say that with
Shane's
the Jeff
the
thing?
new Beth.
Yeah, no, not Shane. I like Shane. It's
Shane's
just
cool.
Shane has nothing. I actually saw that the dude who plays Shane commented on these things, and he says, "I don't think that's gonna happen." He said something like, "I don't think Jiley fans have anything to worry about."
Oh, you found a Shane account?
No, I saw someone wrote something about the Shane account, but I'll find it. We'll find it after.
We gotta find all the accounts of the music group
But
guys.
it's just like it's the new Jeff, you know, James and Beth. It's weird. It's wrong. But anyway.
Well, like, would you agree? Like, West and Emily, that kind of felt
That wasn't,
weird.
dude. That was canon though. Like that happened in the show. There's no basis for the Shane and Riley thing. That's all in people's heads. Like the West and Emily actually kissed. We do have a comment. We have is a review on the whole season as a season as a whole.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like most of this week in the season so far.
All right, Michael, go ahead and read that.
All right.
Comments on our Instagram.
One of our biggest fans, _the_next_step, writes to us saying, "My favorite episode this week has been Jiley's anniversary, and when Amanda lost her spot in the trio. It had the most drama, I'd say, besides the episode where Chloe left. I feel bad that Chloe's gone, and the writers even said there's a small chance of Chloe and Emily coming back for season 4. If there is a season 4, fingers crossed. So I don't know how I feel about it, especially with Emily because she has always been one of my favorites, and the show isn't the same to me without her. Speaking of Emily, I was so happy when she came back to get Stephanie to audition. Except, I thought her and Stephanie were fighting still, so I'm kind of lost there. Anyway, I'm happy Stephanie made the team. Although I think Daniel's solo was a lot better, but Stephanie had her heart in the right place. With the last episode this week where Ella came in, I actually liked it as an episode. Ella made me laugh a lot. I was hoping for Riley to imitate her accent. That would have been the best. The bubble wrap prank was stupid, honestly. Like, it made no sense. Anyway, Michelle leaving was sad. But we know she's not gonna leave. And if she does, she comes back because we saw her in international pictures. Who? Oh, Michelle.
Wow, you just tossed in some shocking spoilers there.
Eldon
Might have to bleep that out.
Eldon and Talia are cute, but they haven't really connected, I think. They need time because they don't even know each other that well, although they make it seem like they do. I think that episode was good, but for a mid-season finale, it wasn't that good. There wasn't much drama, and the ending wasn't even a good ending. It was supposed to be a cliffhanger, but there wasn't much dramatic effect. Anyway, we have to wait until September to see the rest of the season 3. That's 5 months, so let that sink in, guys. And tell me how you feel. I think it's ridiculous. Well, thank you. The next step. We raised a lot of interesting things.
Those are some harsh criticisms there.
I agree about the last episode there. I think they could have a stronger mid-season finale.
Well, there could have been some stronger points. But,
At least that last scene could have been stronger.
Well, the last scene, I think that was a weird scene to end it on.
See, Michelle has been on a crossroads for the whole...
yeah, she won't shut up about it.
It's like they always focus on Michelle, the fact that she doesn't have her heart all the way in dance, which is quite obvious. Even though, like there's the things, like she's always had something else going on. Not like last season where she literally just didn't want to do it. Had no real reason.
But do you think by the time 6th season comes around, they're just going to... Michelle's just going to be like, oh, I'm going to have to leave the dance studio. And they're just like...
Again.
Okay there, Michelle.
Okay, Michelle. Like,
she'll be back.
I think maybe
close the door on your way out.
All of this plot stuff that's going on with Michelle is just to keep her in the show because the actress did hurt her ankle.
Yeah. But that doesn't explain why she would leave.
Was she doing some like mild dancing?
What they did there, they did that that conga line
hip thrust thing.
Imagine
hip thrust. I saw it. If you watch, have you ever seen that behind the scenes video where they all sing "Addicted to You"?
No.
And they do that thing in a line. It's pretty cool. It really shows like the casual, like because that. Here's a little interesting fact about us. That's how we dance normally. That
just the wacky.
We
don't really care what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing.
So I like to see him let loose like that, and then you got that smash cut of Ella coming in there, who I'm putting it in now is going to be my favorite character. I had high hopes for
I like her
Sierra because Sierra's just so good looking and a good dancer, and she seems like she could be a good character, but then she's just coming off as a little bit evil.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious when Ella came in and she's just like, so, who am I replacing?
Is it you?
Is it you? That was so funny.
You look like you need a vacation.
I don't think they can introduce a character without causing some kind of problem almost immediately.
Oh, but I feel like she's going to be awesome.
But I think that's just her character. She's messing with everybody. That's her way of fitting in.
Yeah.
So when she first walked in, she just said something to mess with everybody.
I think she's a good match for West.
Yeah, I thought like someone was gonna
because
West like I thought Max was gonna freak.
West is clearly very cultured. He knows all those facts about Sweden, and he's all into pranks and stuff and being crazy.
He knows everything.
Yeah, of course he does.
He studied the Earth.
This is more about the theory.
This is why he knows all those facts.
Here's the thing. Okay, this whole we're just gonna jump all over the place without any clear thesis.
That's what happens when you watch 4 seasons.
That's why Noah's awkward. Noah is awkward with girls because he's an alien.
Oh yeah.
But also that's pretty funny. No, it's the best.
All right, let's move back to the first episode
of the season
of this week. The anniversary episode.
All right, the anniversary. That wasn't the first episode, was it?
I don't think so. Wasn't it the second episode?
They all blur together when they're all back to back.
The first episode of this week was the Chloe chooses joining the ballet company.
Oh, okay.
Chloe's gone. Why, guys?
What do you got to do this to us?
We love Emily. We love Chloe. That's pretty much the thesis of the show. And they are ripped from us, ripped from our hands. I get Chloe's moving on to bigger things, and Emily's moving on to something else. But why?
She's gone. Oh, I better learned how to face. She's gone. She's gone. I paid the devil to replace her. She's gone. And she's gone. What went wrong?
But she might come back because, well, we saw Hunter for that small clip, right?
It's not enough.
I don't know. It seems kind of like, well, she's doing her own thing.
Hunter still exists. He's
Hunter
not cut out completely, you know.
And Amanda's gonna be gone too.
Emily came back for a second. That was pretty nice. Let's start what she said about the next step _ said with Emily and Stephanie fighting is I think Emily just needed that time away to think about collect her thoughts, and then obviously she was already turning a page when she recommended Rochelle to replace her.
I guess. I think
she's forgiving
theory,
Stephanie.
And
she did it off screen.
My theory of Emily is still sound. Her being the Batman of the studio. She's still the guardian of the next step.
So she's gonna.
She swoops in to make sure that the right person.
She's gonna come in and she's gonna be like, "This Ella girl is trouble."
No, I think Ella's fine. I don't think Ella's gonna be a problem.
We do have a situation right now where we don't really have a bad guy.
That's true. We need a bad guy. Which but for a second there, Daniel comes in, and the worst part about Daniel is he tries to get the sympathy vote at one point.
Every time.
Not from the next step.
No, he has the same play
audience.
every time.
From the audience. Daniel is saying to us, "You need to forgive me," even though I showed no signs of forgiveness. No, only in my talking
He
head.
does the same play every time, and he's done it 3 times so far.
Yeah.
He comes in saying that he's the best dancer ever, and that they're useless. They can't do anything without him.
Yeah.
And then once he fails, he's like, I don't understand why they're being so mean to me. I was just trying to dance.
Daniel,
It's like, how
Daniel failure.
He's not a team player.
Should we do that for the name of the episode? Daniel, King of Failure.
Just some of the things that he said during the.
He's like, "You can't get to internationals without me. They went to regionals without you. They went to nationals without you. Pretty sure they can get to internationals with you."
They didn't go to regionals without him. Oh, wait, yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they did. Daniel
hasn't been in any of the finals.
I'm not saying he's useless because obviously he's a great dancer.
Yeah.
But still, it's the attitude. He's got an attitude problem.
He needs to do a solo thing. That's the only
Which
way.
is strange. Why he has such an inflated ego when he's literally failed at almost everything he's done.
You guys hear what he said when during the auditions, for internationals group? Hunter was doing his solo. He's just like, I understand why a Hunter has to dust the floor with his.
If
head.
I see Hunter dust the floor with his head one more time, when did you ever see that, Daniel?
It's the first time you've
once,
seen that.
twice, maybe. And the headhunter is one of my favorite dance moves.
Yeah.
You know? It's right up there with the Amanda shimmy shoulder shake from the opening screen.
Now I know you're not.
Credits.
I know you're not a huge fan of Stephanie John.
Oh.
But aren't you at least a little happy that she made it?
I'm happy
she's part of the original troupe.
She's from the OG troupe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so is Daniel though. But I am happier that Stephanie made it than Daniel, even though Stephanie, why? Come on.
We used to hate Stephanie, but
so you get the lesser of the two evils.
seems
But
fine
the
now.
thing is that Stephanie didn't.
She's mellowed out.
The thing is, Stephanie wasn't full out evil enough to be redeemed. Like Amanda was full out evil, right? And she got redeemed, you know. But Stephanie was just like this inherent, I'd do anything to help evil Emily.
Well, her progression was more of she was a follower. She followed Emily and did what Emily wanted, and it was this new role when she went into B Troop that she became more of a leader, and she convinced other dancers to try to get into B Troop. And then when Emily said, "Hey, you should try out," she took that step forward and said, "Okay, I'm going to try out." And
But how do you know? Okay,
Room for
picture
growth.
this. Okay, when Stephanie found out that Emily was injured, she took this opportunity, right, under the disguise of helping out Emily, to rat Emily out to Riley. All right, because she knows Riley would do the best thing. Out of all the people, she ran to Riley, right? Because it's her sister, and she knew that she'd do the best thing for Emily and the team, right? So Stephanie did this, knowing that Emily would have to leave and that there'd be a spot open, right? And then eventually she plays the I don't want to audition. She does what's it called, reverse
reading
psychology.
way too much into this.
There is no such thing as reading too much into it.
No, that's what this show is
So
all
are
about.
you saying Stephanie would have?
She was using reverse psychology on Emily, so Emily would encourage her to do it.
It was a long con.
Very long con, because Stephanie's been playing. She's been in that B Troop nonsense room,
Regardless,
plotting her revenge.
Regardless, Emily was gonna really hurt herself.
Yes,
So
but
it doesn't matter if she had evil intent. because she was still helping a friend out.
So
I
yes,
think
it
that's
does
impressive.
matter.
I don't think she has evil intent. She was
She
helping a
does
friend
have.
out.
Yeah, she used the fact like
You've got to get over this, man.
This was-
Stephanie's a better person.
this was a cake. Someone gave her a cake on a silver platter, and it says Emily's injury, and she grabbed that cake and she shoved it in her mouth.
If she does that, that's actually
But-
pretty impressive.
She did it very carefully and while no one was looking.
Yes, she did it in a very House of Cards-esque way, just wheeling herself in. If she was turning to the camera every couple seconds and describing this, then you would believe it. I still
disagree wholeheartedly.
Stephanie.
I'm gonna have to
Did
go
this
with
on purpose.
Matt on this one. I'm
I'm
gonna
going
say
with John.
I gotta go with Matt. Like there's a thing of sincerity about her. There's an air of sincerity around her, but I'm not completely just
So you would like if
disregarding this
say in
theory
a couple
that you guys-
episodes she lays this out. She tells the camera everything she did, right? Would you be completely floored, or would you be like, well, that's crafty?
I would
I'd
just
be
think it's stupid.
incredibly
Like if her
impressed.
endgame was just to make A-Troop,
That would be
she'd
that would
be
make the
A-Troop,
show.
so it's not like she's going to sabotage the...
No, she wanted back on A-Troop. That was the whole plan.
That would make the show so much better if that whole plot was in motion.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I
hinted
don't
at
see
as
the
much,
point.
But
No, I'm just saying, like, it's very possible. Hey, I predicted crazier things before,
have.
and it has come true.
I don't see why.
well,
I just
I
that's
think-
dumb.
here at the Talking Step,
I would love to see that happen.
We're all about saying crazy stuff for
Unpredictable
the sake
predictions.
of saying crazy stuff.
But I don't think that's unpredictable. I think that's very, very much like Stephanie.
It's a valid theory, but I feel like Matt's more correct on this.
It's
one.
definitely more valid than they all go to space.
We're not saying that they all go to space.
I'm saying they all
but
go to space.
do
Obviously, they're not
dance
all going to
against
go to
aliens.
space because,
Earth could be hosting this.
obviously, because the United States is hosting internationals.
Whatever family can afford. Family Canada can afford.
All right, guys. Tell me about. Did you enjoy the Jiley stuff this week?
Oh,
the
right,
anniversary, the paint thing.
I liked the little paint thing. It was a little fan service. It was a little like a scene that was made for people to love.
Uh-huh.
But I liked it. I liked the throwback to the paint thing.
It's cutesy.
You know? It's cutesy.
James is painting.
Yeah.
His
How
child
old is he?
painting.
16?
That was the
I
best.
think the one thing we need to
I
comment
love when
on-
Riley gets to do comedy. It's the best.
Yeah.
I think it's better when James does it with his line to Noah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When
The
he's like,
West thing.
Oh my
just
god.
talk to
that
her.
was just talk to her.
There's this big
All right.
build up, and then he's like,
Yeah.
just talk to her, man.
Which is
Walks
pretty
away.
simple girl advice. You know?
That's all the girl advice you need.
And Noah doesn't have to do 30 pirouettes.
No.
That's
Yeah,
for sure.
'cause-
But,
No.
you know, he's got a little issue called Rochelle, who's a problem, who's going to be trouble.
Maybe.
James's whole rationality behind the whole 30 pirouettes thing made sense, though.
Well, he's saying that, you know, Eldon needs to become a better person to become, you know,
Eldon clearly still has some issues with
idiotic tendencies, especially when he kissed the new girl
he
without even thought.
like
He thought it was a good thing, too.
That's his bit. His bit
His bit is he's dumb?
Well, his bit is just to play the ignorant, like, I don't know what's going on.
You saying he was doing that on purpose?
How could he not believe that he was
I'm just
doing
saying-
That funny
anything
with
wrong?
the
I'm just saying I
with
hope by
the
the end of the season he gets over these weird issues and just has a normal relationship with Talia.
maybe. I'm saying that it'll all go back around and he'll get with Emily. Remember that? That was my theory at the start.
That was your theory.
Was it fun with the West Talia butt slap?
Yeah,
that was really.
that was funny.
really
Well,
like-
they just took it that one extra step that
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay.
Maybe that
I'm
could have been like
ready
improv, maybe.
Yeah, I think it could have been.
Yeah.
They just
Oh,
left
that's
it
great.
in. The next big topic, Amanda going to Sweden.
I feel like the Amanda thing is not so much Amanda as it is
Kate.
Kate.
Welcome to this week's segment of Kate Hate.
Kate Hate. Kate Hate. You gotta do like a intro song.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like, she doesn't know what she's doing. It's just bizarre that she can command, which is technically the best dancers in the country.
The country.
Yet she seems like she's out of it all the time. Like,
And it's infuriating that
Now,
they went through...
Amanda?
Actually, I just thought of this. We're finally going to figure out what country we're in.
Yeah, I said that before. I was like, do you think maybe we could finally figure out what country? Even though it's obviously Canada, they just don't want to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the thing is that it's just... We all know that Kate makes giant leaps out of small evidence. But you miss the last, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes of practice so that you can help your mom with a barbecue. And suddenly, you're deported. You're pushed out of the country.
Literally.
Like, okay, Michelle has spent the entire season saying...
Hemming and
hawing and saying she doesn't want to be in a troop, essentially. Amanda has shown nothing but confidence, and she misses 15 to 20 minutes
for
of
a barbecue.
One practice for a hypothetical troop. And suddenly, write her off. Write her out of the group. Write her out of the country. Ridiculous.
She used to be a dance captain. She was
really good, right? They were like, wow, she's so good, we need her. That was the only reason she was on A-Troop in the first place, right? Because she actually passed.
And I think the most infuriating thing for me is after all of the ridiculous auditions they had to go through, and the re-auditions, and then the new auditions, because people kept leaving, is that Kate just failed to mention at the final, just like, oh yeah, all those auditions you did, well... I'm going to have to kick someone that actually made it because I forgot to mention that there's going to be an international dancer.
She could have sent one of the randos from the audition
How
to
are
Sweden.
you supposed to learn with your group if one of your dancers is sent to another country?
This is something I'm confused about. Is she going to be still dancing with the next step when they go to international?
I think so, yeah.
Or is she going to be dancing with the Sweden team?
That's what she said, because you're not good enough to be featured in the group. Do you think maybe randomly out of character, Kate is like... oh no, I only told her that so that would motivate her. Is that Kate? No, Kate's a good job person. Right? So
it doesn't make sense for Kate.
She's
just
suddenly
to be like, oh yeah, there isn't actually 12 spots. Like you'd think if she knew that someone was coming.
We knew about the exchange thing.
We knew it was coming, but it just wasn't being brought up.
Yeah.
I know, but like they made it just doesn't make sense that she knew that this person was coming.
Yeah.
And that she didn't like subtract one spot knowing that person was.
But then the other girl's gonna fill it anyway.
Matt, what did you say when Kate said that Amanda was going to Sweden?
Oh, that like what are her parents saying?
Oh yeah.
You were just like,
no, she's not.
No, she's not.
She's my child.
She's got school for one.
She's a minor.
We're paying you.
It's a very arbitrary decision. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. Ella's here. She's from Britain. She's from Sweden. We gotta send someone.
She's essentially forcing Amanda to go. Amanda helped her mom out at a barbecue.
My daughter Amanda is in tears right now.
You can't send someone out of a country.
You can't tell her she's going to Sweden.
And then
without talking to us first.
And then tell her no when she finds someone else that wants to go instead.
It's like, well, if your daughter doesn't want to go to internationals, then fine. I guess she's off the team. She's like, but that's not... That's
doesn't like Lucienne. She's off the team then. Okay.
Oh,
it is just as bad.
We figured out when Hunter showed up and he was in class.
Yes.
Wisconsin is in the same time zone as Toronto, which we can assume that's where they are because we have seen the CN Tower in shots.
Yeah. So we know for a fact now that these kids are skipping class in order to dance.
Well, no wonder. Because, I don't know, Kate holds very high expectations for them.
Have they ever mentioned in dialogue if they were like doing homeschooling stuff or anything like that?
The only school references have been when Michelle was taking her time off and James's stuff. As far as I know, can you guys think of any others?
I can't. Not that I know.
No,
but you think like if you're
I would say that Chloe is out of school.
You think?
Because one, she was working the two jobs.
And she can afford to go traveling around with the ballet company.
Ballet company. Oh, we'll miss you, Chloe.
Or she had to drop out to help pay for bills.
Wow, that got dark.
We noticed in the last scene in the truck that there was a box that says Michelle's shoes right next to another box that says bedroom. And, of course,
Maybe Michelle has so many shoes that she could keep a set of shoes at her mom's and keep a set of shoes at her dad's. Girls have a lot of shoes, man.
But no, it's just at the very end of the episode, it seemed like when she was like hugging her, all the people there and saying like, "Hey, I'll miss you guys." It was kind of like, is she gonna stay there?
If she does, it's a very scumbag move of her. When Michelle first showed up, she was so nice and innocent.
Oh, man, that reminds us. Next week, we're going to record. We're not going to release it next week. I don't know. Well, maybe. we're going to do a commentary for the first 2 episodes. Now that we got the DVD, which is we posted a picture of the DVD that we got, and it has become our most liked picture on Instagram so far.
Yeah, I don't know. I do all this work on our Photoshop.
So much work.
On Photoshop to make all these things. And we get about like 30 or 40 likes.
Which is okay, perfectly fine, right?
And then I post, I'm like, hey John, give me that DVD. I'm going to post a picture on our Instagram. And we get like, so we're at 70 something now. More likes than anything. That's funny.
I guess, maybe it's a physical picture. People like physical pictures.
Yeah.
It has the words next step in the title. I don't know. It wasn't even tagged with anything.
Yeah, we still got to do that Toys R Us picture. I think that'd be hilarious.
We'll do that. Do you think Giselle acted uncharacteristically in the last episode?
Yeah.
I don't think Giselle is that dumb.
I always thought of her as fairly smart.
But once again, why not Amanda? Because apparently Kate's got other plans for Amanda.
Just, it seemed like, it was weird because when she was first brought on as dance captain, she went through that whole confidence problem thing. And Michelle helped her through that. And she's like, okay, maybe I will be a good dance captain. And then we're just back to square one again.
She bankrupts
the studio 19 times.
And she just...
And gets someone deported.
Yeah, the deported comment, which I think is also funny.
It's a reference to...
When you were talking about how Kate wants to deport Amanda.
But do you think... I think Rochelle's in the wrong here. That was not her book to give up.
Yeah, Emily gave her that book for a purpose.
Emily said who the next person to make the most out of the studio, right? Mm-hmm. To move things, just like Emily did, right? And she gave it to Rochelle for a reason. And now Rochelle's going backwards with it.
Rochelle's just giving away willy-nilly.
She's being nice.
Well, I get she's a child, but still, it's breaking the rules.
She saw that Giselle was having a hard time. There's no, Michelle can only tell Giselle so much. All she's doing is sitting there criticizing her. And it's not like the book is some kind of sacred thing.
It is sacred to dance captains.
Oh, wow.
I think Rochelle knew that the book wasn't doing much good in her possession because she's not a dance captain. Giselle's the current one, and the current dance captain clearly isn't going to be doing a very good job. So she knew that for the interest of a troop, she had to give that book to Giselle, or it would be a disaster. Because clearly Giselle couldn't be a captain with the way she made decisions.
I feel like Kate should have been giving the dance captain lessons.
Kate? Come on.
But the other thing is...
Kate can't even remember to get the money back from Amanda from last season. You think she's going to remember this? Okay, boys, since that was the end of the mid-season finale, what are your predictions for the rest of the season? First episode, what's it going to be about, Josh? Go!
First episode, Michelle decides to not come back.
Michelle decides to not come back. So does Emily. So does Hunter. So does Chloe.
So does Amanda. Michelle decides to not come back, and then everyone's like, well...
Looks like we got another open member. Here comes...
Daniel.
Daniel's back again to fail.
Daniel the
That would be
failure.
hilarious
if
Daniel gets to try out again and fail.
That'd be funny now if it's just a reoccurring thing, just as a joke. Just every time they hold an audition, Daniel shows up.
Guys, I'm back. You can't win without me.
Crushing the spirits of this. Well, it's kind of interesting that every single time he comes back, he's a jerk, and then as soon as he doesn't make it and fails, he's this nice person. But anyway, I think Michelle will come back. I want
to see Tess come back. We haven't had enough of Tess.
Tess is just as bad as Daniel. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but I like Tess more than I like Daniel. You know. This sems like Tess could be more.
I don't like Tess at all. She hasn't given anybody a reason to like her.
Okay, in the edited scene, right? Edited out of the season finale last year.
Yeah. For
the extended edition, right? There's this scene where Emily's all injured and stuff, and Amanda and Tess are looking on at them, and they're like, Amanda says they don't deserve this, right? And but then Tess says, yes, they do, right? But you can see it. There's just this thing. That girl is a good actress. What's her name? Jamie.
I don't know.
O'Leary? Jamie O'Leary, I think. Okay. She's such. It's like you see this thing in her eyes. She's just like she knows she doesn't believe what she's saying. You know.
But she's been taught by Lucen.
Yes, it's like
to think that way.
She has even a harder shell than Amanda.
It's
like you
Zaka
can just see in her
Karate
eyes.
Kid, you know.
Yes, right. Like in my favorite movie, The Karate Kid. Bad Sensei says sweep the leg, even though that's an illegal move, and you can just see him. He's looking up and down. He's like. He knows this isn't right, but he does it anyway. That's what Tess has in her eyes. Even though the thing she's saying, like, yes, they do.
Yeah. I don't think Tess is coming back.
I think she's coming back, and she's gonna be nice eventually.
I want to see this Sweden nonsense go away. Just doesn't make sense.
I want to see some scenes.
It doesn't.
Amanda's gonna go to Sweden, and we're probably not gonna hear her from her again until international.
But I don't want Amanda to go.
Ideally,
I don't want Amanda to go either.
Ideally, out of all this, I want to see some scenes at a different dance studio. Just like a couple, like an episode
like
of Amanda.
If Amanda does go, do you think we'll see scenes from Sweden?
I think that'd be
I
really
want to see
cool.
what's going on at LOD. I think they're gonna come back at some point.
I feel like Amanda's just gonna find her niche there at Sweden and stay there.
I'm still athlete. That's funny.
Michael, your predictions.
My predictions. Well, as I said, I want to see some Amanda in Sweden action. I want to see Max get fleshed out a lot more. I want to see like a Max episode.
I want to see a Max have an emotional breakdown and just start opening his heart to someone. Maybe that's what little Ella can do.
I want Ella and West.
You're gonna open up your heart to me.
I'm shipping Wella hard.
Wella? No, I'm saying Ella and Max. Maxella.
Max and
Maxella.
All right.
Ella. Because metaphorically,
I'm a Jella fella.
she opened up that sugar, right? And then she's gonna open up his heart.
Doesn't make sense.
All right, well, I guess that's it for the talking step. I'm John.
I'm Matt.
I'm Michael.
I'm Josh.
You have to take the first step before you can take the next step.
Really? You're gonna take that one from me?
Matt said that one earlier in the week.
Sure, that was
here this week.
That was my idea.
You crapped on it every
Come
time.
on, John.
Pretty sure that
Plagiarism
was
is a serious
Fine,
problem.
okay.
Criticize him, then you use it.
Okay, how about this one? Get busy talking or get busy walking.
That's not even relevant.
I'm pretty sure it's like a Morgan Freeman quote.
Mine was better and you took it from me.
Yeah, alright, let it go. Let it go. Good night.
Bye, everyone.